Hey there guys, SaintsKnight here, welcoming you guys back to the channel here with a double TV show review. The reason why it's a double review is because, as you may have noticed, I've been lacking on terms of videos. Well, apologies about that. It's because, as you can see, we've moved and we have a new AllSaints HQ. So yeah, expect some more videos. Well, not more videos. Expect some videos in the month of November. And by the end of November, I'll probably go on a break or something. But anyways, today's double TV review is the previous two episodes of Doctor Who, because I didn't review Demons of the Punjab, and with this week, another episode of Kerblam actually came out, so I'm going to review both of those. Now, first of all will be Demons of the Punjab. Now, obviously, with both of these, there are going to be absolutely zero spoilers, so that people who don't want it spoiled won't get it spoiled for them, so that people can watch it unspoiled. And if you agree, and as always, if you agree with our reviews, that's good. If you don't, it's also quite good. It's just my silly personal opinion, so take it with a little pinch of salt, and whatever your thoughts, we'd like to hear them. Put them in the comments down below. And so without further ado, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to keep seeing these TV show reviews on the channel, you know what to do. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. So without further ado, let's dive into the first episode, which is Demons of the Punjab, which basically sees the Doctor and the crew actually go to 1940s India, I think, during the partition, which, to be honest, I'm not really too sure about for the partition, honestly, because I'm not the historical buff and whatnot. So I had to research it in order to actually see if this episode was actually legit and whatnot. And basically, the first thing that I gotta give credit for in this episode is the historical accuracy in the episode, which as you know, actually, as I just said, I had to look up the history, look up on Wikipedia, research the Indian partition and all that sort of stuff, and I gotta say, for the most part, it was actually pretty accurate, historical wise. The clothing was actually, the history of everything is just pure, good. Let's see, what else? The only time, there was no real villain to speak, no real bad guy. There are these monsters of the week, but they're really intriguing. I'm not gonna say what they are, but they have an interesting backstory toward them, actually, and I actually sort of like these villains. They're actually probably one of my favorites monsters. Well, yeah, monsters of the new season so far. Let's see what else. It's this episode again. I gotta give it credit that the acting in this, especially from Tasman Cole, or whoever plays Yaz. I gotta give credit to the actors who play Yaz, the Doctor, Yaz's grandmother. I'm not too certain on the name. And just basically everybody's acting is really good in this. And it helps as well that it's actually emotional as well. It's a really emotional driven episode as well, because you can tell from the acting in this. Overall, though, it's a pretty solid episode. The only downside is that there's no real bad guy, like no big threat. I mean, the partition's big enough as it is, but it's Doctor Who. I need like a wee monster villain, the villain of the week sort of thing. Anyways, brings me to the final verdict for Demons of the Punjab. I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really good, solid episode, and I think this is the stepping stone to find, actually, for Jodie Whittaker to actually start finding her steps. So, Demons of the Punjab gets an 9 out of 10. So now let's move on from Demons of the Punjab and talk about Amazon Prime. I mean, Kerblam. Now, in this episode, this one takes a slightly different approach to actually from the previous episode. Whilst Demons of the Punjab was an emotional, like drama-heavy episode, this one is a more comedic one, as the Doctor receives a message from this. Basically, from Amazon, from future Amazon, let's just say, and actually asking for help. So the Doctor and the gang go over and find out what's wrong. And this episode, immediately you can tell that they're making fun of Amazon. Actually, that they're, well, I would say mocking, but they're sort of influenced by Amazon Prime and Jeff Bezos and all that sort of stuff, which I do like it, actually. The story itself is actually quite fascinating, and like the entire, like, throughout the episode, I was actually intrigued, thinking, where is it going to go, where is it going to go? And I was actually pleasantly surprised, actually. For the most part, most of these side characters are actually quite interesting, apart from one exception, but I'll get to that a little bit later on. But yeah, the side characters, I think, like, there was like this one girl from, like, one of the girls from Broadchurch who, this is the thing, actually, Chris Chibnall does love Broadchurch that much. He actually gets like actors and actresses to actually come in from that. Playing like the head of human resources. So yeah, that's pretty good. I gotta give credit that that Chris Chibnall finally does return to the Monster of the Week segment. Actually, Monster of the Week sort of villain for Doctor Who, because in Demons of the Punjab they didn't have one. This actually does, in the form of the teammates. Now the teammates were actually are really creepy. They're just these cyborgs that just have these wee creepy smell, like livery for such and such. I would not want to want something delivered by the teammates. And you know what? Every single Doctor of the modern era has like that one speech, like the one speech that they're remembered for, that is synonymous to them. Christopher Eccleston's was his last line before regenerating. Before you go, I just want to say you were absolutely fantastic. You know what I was saying? Ten's was his whenever he stops the Master in the end of time, and after, like, when he has to help Wilfred actually get out of the wee radioactive chamber thing. 11's, there was a lot for 11, but I'd say his most iconic one is the Pandorica Opens one. 12's was obviously the Saigon invasion, or the Saigon incursion, whatever the second part was called. Speech in that about war and all that. And then Kerblam, we actually find Jodie Whittaker's, what I think is probably going to be the most iconic like speech so far for Jodie Whittaker's reign as the Doctor, and it was a really powerful one as well, like teaching us about like how people can turn evil very easily and stuff like that. As far as I can put it, the only downside about this episode was that, of course, you'd have to have some guest stars. Like I said, there was the woman from Broadchurch, Judy, I believe her name this was. And another guest star that I didn't really particularly like was Lee Mack's Daniel. I mean, with a British actor like Lee Mack, you would expect him to actually be on the screen for a little bit more than he actually was. But even so, I didn't find his character particularly too interesting to grip me. But apart from that, it's not. That's just a wee small nitpick though. Overall, I actually really did enjoy Kerblam. It was funny, it was emotional, and it was intriguing from start to finish. Which brings me to the final verdict for Kerblam. I'm pretty confident to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a really solid episode. Not as good as Demons of the Punjab, but still a very good episode. So those are my thoughts on Demons of the Punjab and Kerblam. What did you guys think? Whatever your thoughts, whatever your opinions, we'd like to know them. Leave them in the comments down below. And apart from that, I'm afraid it is now time to end today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then please do me a huge favour. Smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not new to it, do not forget to click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified on all of our uploaded videos. And apart from that, guys, we will see you in the next video. So until then, Punjab and SaintsKnight.